Hey, Sean here from SpeedCubeReview.com. I've got a package from YJ. It is of the new MGC EVO. Let's check this out. Now, I've always been a pretty big fan of the MGC line. The first one was a stickered puzzle and a little bit larger than I'd like, but it had a very different feeling and it almost reminded me of Feng-Shi, and so it felt kind of different, and it was nice that someone was trying something new instead of just repeating more of the same. With that said, the second MGC was a little more of what we are used to seeing from other companies. I liked it. Some people said they had some weird catches on it, but it was almost a main for me if I was going to a competition. Let's see what this one's like. It was in bubble wrap and also has this packaging on it. It's nice to actually get the packaging. Sometimes they send me these samples and it's just on its own. So we get to see what this is like. Couple things. Revolutionizing speed cubing. So we'll see if it actually revolutionizes anything. 3x3, stuff like that. Great. Let's open this up. It's a nice box. More revolutionizing speed cubing. We have this box. Oh, we can kind of see what's in the box beforehand, which is, I think this is the first time I've seen a box like this. We've got a bag. Anything on it? Yep, nice MGC on there. Screwdriver. It's a flathead screwdriver, so that's something. I don't know if that made to the camera or the microphone, but that is my dog. Already annoyed that I'm not giving her enough attention. Already, we need to figure out the size, because this is interesting here. We've got about 55.5 millimeters. So, decent size, not 56, but not super small. It's quite a light puzzle. 78. Actually, it's not super light compared to some of the other ultra light puzzles, but definitely lighter than the old school ones. The centers remind me a bit of what Diane has been doing lately. Tensions are a bit loose for my liking, but we'll leave it for now. The magnets, we've got this one that can turn, and I need to look closely at this. We have 6 different settings for magnets. Looks like 9 different tension settings. Well, let's just look at this. Magnet adjustment, just what we'd expect. Tensioning system. You can use your hands to adjust it, which is fantastic. That's always good to see. I've been waiting for this so that we can just adjust it without any tools. 1 through 10 for the different elasticity levels. I like they're using elasticity. That's what I've been using since day one. And I get some flack for that. People are like, oh, elasticity is technically more than... It's elasticity. Deal with it. YJ says it is now. And then the tensioning slot, rotate clockwise and counterclockwise. So is there only one tension and then elasticity? That's what it looks like. Now, as far as going counterclockwise, I honestly don't think that's necessary. Right? Like, what would be the reason for doing that? You can just go clockwise. Let's go to 9 for everything, or is that 8? Oh, we'll go to 10 for everything. Let's do that. We'll do 10 for everything, and then do some solves. God, this is so hard to see them. Some things, while I'm adjusting this, about the plastic itself. The plastic is a matte finish. It definitely feels quite slick at the moment. But it feels very solid. It doesn't feel like the plastic is flexing much. I'm not hearing any creaking or anything like that. I just moved to the tightest tension just to see what that feels like and to see what the spacing is like. So the spacing here doesn't really change. That stays the same, which is a little unfortunate, but, you know, let's see how it performs. So basically you can adjust the elasticity, but not the tension itself. Very dry out of the box. Whew, huge gaps in that. And fun little just hash marks here. Okay. I'm going to adjust now the magnets all the way. I'm curious if I adjust this with the arrow pointing up, does it do both sides or just one side? Wait, is 6 the lightest or the strongest? Okay, so 6 is the strongest. It does not do both sides, so you'll have to do this 24 times. With what I'm doing, I recommend anyone, if you're brand new to cubing and you're like, I don't know how to set up a cube, my suggestion, go to the tightest and then step back from there until you find something that you enjoy. A lot of people tend to go the opposite, and it really messes things up. So they try to make things as fast as it can be, and then so they'll make it really loose really fast, and then they just struggle to control it. And a lot of people tend to think the looser or the faster they can make it, the faster they can solve, and that is not true at all. And if anything, it might be the opposite. It might be hindering your ability to solve it by it being super fast and super flexible. Yeah, I need to slow this down. What do I have with me right here? When I'm solving with a cube that's a budget one, like a $10 puzzle, I usually don't use any lubrication. But if something's supposed to be the higher end one, I will add some. Now this is Cosmos, which used to be called Controlius, and it comes now in a drop bottle instead of a syringe. This is from Speedcube Shop, an amazing lubricant that slows a puzzle down without needing much of it. Just makes it a bit more controllable. Okay, some things about the feeling. It's very papery feeling. It feels quite flexible, but almost as if you had the Guanlong. No, not Guan. It almost reminds me of the Guhong. That was that 54mm, the version 3. No, maybe not. Maybe I'm thinking of something else. But it's definitely a new feeling, something that it definitely doesn't remind me anything GAN, doesn't remind me of anything Moyu. That almost scratchiness feeling. Okay, I'm gonna do some solves, and I'm going to change my camera angle and just do a bunch of solves, and then come back in a moment and give you some updates on my feelings on it. So, see you in a minute. Okay, so I've done about 40 solves and a very interesting feeling cube. So this doesn't feel like anything I've used in a long time. It has a very, it's very solid and kind of flexible at the same time. Meaning I'm not feeling the pieces move, but the cube can flex. And it doesn't seem, let me double check again. You can't adjust the actual tensions of the cube, just the elasticity. So let me just double check if I, yeah, that seems to be it. So that's the thing I would love to see. I'd love to be able to adjust the tensions. It feels just a little bit too loose for me. Now putting the magnets on the highest strength and slowing it down does help, but I like a little more stable feeling puzzle. If you like a little more flexible feeling and you don't like the super ultra smooth feeling that some other puzzles are recently, such as the Tornado or the older GAN X, I think some of the newer ones are getting that scratchy feeling again. This might be a good puzzle for you then. It's definitely a different type of feeling, and I know I've said that a couple times, but it's something that it's very much would be the fan favorite of some people and hated by others. It's not going to be widely praised, which with that said, if you watch any other people's videos, don't take any one view as the final view, because I know some YouTubers are very much of this cube is horrible or this cube is great. This is a puzzle that's not going to be either for anyone. So you have to think if this is something that you would like the feeling of, something that's just different. And if you are newer to cubing, this might be a good one to get just to see what that feeling's like, to find out what you prefer. I'm definitely going to keep messing around with it. It's definitely a fun puzzle and I do enjoy the feeling of it. I'm getting some catching that I'm not used to getting, so I'm gonna just experiment with it, slow it down a little bit more, because I think that's the biggest issue at the moment. I also might be used to the core corner magnets that I've been having in my Tornado, so it might just be getting used to that feeling as well. Thank you very much for watching. If you have any thoughts or questions, please leave them in the comment section below. Hit like, subscribe for more content like this in the future, and as always, stop by speedcubeview.com for more news and reviews.